Who's your spokesperson?
Okay.
What's your name? Melody. All right, so you are the administrator who sees Nick out in the parking lot. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna probably radio everybody on the radio, kind of tell
Okay.
people out in the parking lot
Okay,
what's going on.
here's your radio. Go ahead.
Hey Joe, are you out there? We have a threat, da-da-da, whatever you guys say. I don't know what they say, like, that's a
102?
important threat.
102? What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna say there's somebody suspicious out in the parking lot. I mean, looks suspicious.
Okay. Anybody
Can we
else?
Get on that.
Huh?
Anybody have anything different?
Everybody anything different they would say? People like, and I give you the radio, people are like, I don't know what to say. I'm like, well, that's kind of why I'm doing it.
Just describe.
Yeah.
Wearing a gray
Yeah.
sweatshirt, standing out by the flagpole.
Don't be afraid to say what you have, gang, because
Yeah.
this is the time to do it.
Okay. So, what's your name? Melody. What's your name? Dave.
Yes.
I think I can remember that. I'm Dave. All right, Dave, you're an administrator, all right, and Mark, what do you teach? Construction. All right, Mark is your ace carpenter, and comes in and says, hey, Nick's out in the parking lot. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do?
First thing we said was, call security, Mr. Johnson.
Okay.
The situation, and then we were saying to observe the other students that Nick, what's his name, was talking.
Okay. So you're gonna take it a step further and say, who's Nick conversating with? What's he doing out there? Okay. Who's the spokesperson over here? Jackie? Is this a known or an unknown threat? It's a known threat. What can we do with that information? It's a known threat. Huh? You know who he is, right? What can we find out with that information? Where he lives? History, right? Maybe some contact information. You know, should he be in school somewhere else? So you could look up information if we had to. All right. Anybody have anything else? All right, we're gonna move along. All right. Here's your next step. No one reports Nick. Okay. So all that great information didn't happen. No one reported him. He's observed in the lunchroom wearing an overcoat, carrying a backpack. So he gets into school. Student reports to you that Nick says you probably want to get out of here. So I'm coming back to you. All right, well, I'll give you about 30 seconds. Hurry up. Come up. What you going to do?
I'll be calling Anne Marie from the parking
Did you make a call?
Right.
I don't know.
All right, Jackie. All right, here we go. I'm only giving you a few seconds. You're calling 911? Okay, what else? Hold on real quick, guys. I got call 911. Huh? Lock down your classroom? Okay, how are we going to do that? Notify administration. What else? Dave, what were your group got down there?
We're saying right away, if you all have cell phones, call 911, if that happens.
Call 911.
There's him being who he is, he would approach.
I would probably approach the guy.
He's going to walk up and say,
tell him
Nick.
and kind of head it off. What's going on?
Yeah.
And you can either, I mean, obviously you could diffuse it.
Right.
Or delay it.
Right, now keep this in mind. You got to think the whole scale. So I will call 911, maybe I go talk to him, tell him what happened right here, right? Would anybody in your wing know what's going on? No. Would anybody in your wing know what's going on? Maybe a couple people might see something here, right? So what can you do to help facilitate that information getting tossed around? You got to communicate. I just want to get you thinking. All right, yeah, I might go talk to the guy, but it might be, hey, listen, go call Seth. I'm gonna go talk to this dude over here. All right, keep that. That's kind of what I want to hash out. All right. All right. All right. Next, you got reports of popping sounds coming from the cafeteria. Sounds like firecrackers, right? What did I say last time? Never firecrackers unless it's 4th of July and it's never inside. All right? I cannot think of a scenario of putting off fireworks inside school was a good idea. So it sounds like fireworks. Kids are screaming and running. Nick pulled out a rifle and he started shooting and he starts heading down the hallway. Okay? What's your priorities right now? You guys talk about it. What are your options? All right, I'll give you about 30 seconds.
Remember, it's happening right here.
Think about
So
where
think
you're
about
at
where
in
you're at.
proximity.
So what are we doing? Run. Run. Get as many, get weapons and get your students.
All right, let's go. That's all I'm giving you. Dave, what do you guys have down here? Listen up, guys. Okay, you're locking and getting them safely away from the building. So, are you evacuating? You're evacuating. Okay, so you guys are running. And where are you going to go?
So the nursery will compound.
All right. I'll come back to you guys because it started here, right? What about the A team? What are you guys doing? You're running out the door. Where are you going? Parking lot. Where are you at, second floor, folks?
We were going up the back stairs and the pizza shop across and then home.
What's that?
I'm hiding.
You're hiding?
Throw my door closed and hide under my desk and call 911.
Okay. Call 911. All right. What else? You guys.
We said to head out either the doors by the bus depot or the stairs, bob and weave through the cars, drop below and hit the tree line.
Bob and weave.
Bob and weave.
What else?
Where were they?
If you hit the tree line, there's a creek that takes all the way to the ambulance center.
Okay.
So you can go there.
All right. So for right now, I got one person hiding, and everybody else is running. Which, by the way, the only person calling 911 is the person hiding, and that's why I kind of point that out. Remember information. Let me ask you a question. I crack a rifle off right here, right now. Is the automotive wing going to hear it?
No.
Nope. No. So how are we going to disseminate that information? What is your asset during these incidents? Huh? No. Time. It's all about buying time, right? The quicker we can disseminate that information, the quicker we can save people's lives. So keep that in mind. So where did you run
We do have a
to?
code here, you know. When we refer to the police, we call it 1900. So we don't have to yell police. 1900 ASAP. That's it. We know it's on.
Or just call the police.
Or just
My question
You don't have
is it a negative thing, like somebody had said pull a fire drill? Is that a negative thing to do that?
All right, we'll talk about that.
That's fine.
I'll talk about that in 1 second. So code, call 19. I understand you. Sometimes you don't want to alert police. Somebody's in this room right now shooting a rifle.
He knows he's here.
Everybody knows. Call the police. Okay? Just call the police. There's someone shooting in the cafeteria. Plain speak, because under stress, you're probably not going to remember it. Who's going to call, or should we pull the fire alarm? What are some advantages of it?
You're open target.
Hold on, one at a time so we can all hear, guys. Say that again?
Out there and goes to the door. Now
Everybody's
you're
gonna
shooting
flood in the
everybody.
hallway. Now, let me ask you a question, especially C-Wing. From a tactical perspective, you wanted to cause the most carnage in C-Wing. Where do I want everybody?
In the hallway.
Down that corridor.
During fire drills, everybody goes out there, so no one's.
Everybody's outside, that's a plus. But so keep that in mind.
What's the disadvantage of it? So everybody goes out the doors, we got everybody outside. Awesome. They're not here where the shooter is right now, but what are they doing outside?
We're on the perimeter.
Just waiting for those fire trucks to come, right? Just milling about. They're not continuing to run to get to a place of safety. They're just, hey, let's get back away from the building, and now we're all in a nice big group. So now the guy goes outside and, hey, look at this. This is
So
kind of easy.
there's no cookie cutter, this is what you do. And that's why we talk about having good tactics. You have to be able to adjust.
And it's not just here. We run into issues like businesses, daycares. They all want to use codes for everything. The person knows what they're doing. You're not going to offend them. You're not going to set them off. They're already shooting.